Thank you so much. We're back on B. A is finished. Now B is how, where the Khoisan organized organization. But now we are looking at a tribe we have not studied today. But Khoisan is a combination of Khoi and the San, the two. A combination of the San and Khoi brings out what we call the Khoisan. So these people, we say they share the same origin, and so we want to see how they lived. How did they live? Their ways of life. We have already gotten the origin. We are not going to repeat that. We say they are said to have come from Eastern or Central Africa, basing on which evidence, archaeological evidence of Australopithecus. His skull, that modern man's skull, was found in Eastern Africa, and of course has a correlation with these people. So I want to look at how they were organized. First of all, we are going to see them as peaceful people. They were peaceful people. That is, if they were not disturbed. If you disturbed them, they would also do what? Fight back. But they were generally peaceful. Lived in small communities. Lived in small communities. Yes, lived in small communities. They were not so big, but of course, that one does not mean that they were bothered anyhow. But it was okay for them. Small communities where in small settlements, in small settlements, and of course others in tree branches, living in tree branches. Those who have watched the film of these primitive people, you have seen how they lived in tree branches. The gods must be crazy. These are the people whom we talk about. Gods see in tree branches, and of course in small settlements, and of course the talking, we already talked about it. The way they talked, it was click, and of course chicken, because now it is a combination of Khoisan and Khoi. Lived by hunting. They were hunters, especially the San. They were hunters, whereas the Khoi also did some herding. Yeah, they did some herding, but these ones did the hunting, and they kept the hunting dog. The hunting dog was their what? Their mainstay. They loved the dog because of hunting. So that's why they settled in the dry areas. This one settled in dry areas around the deserts, in the Namib desert, and where they did a lot of hunting. Even today, when you look at the modern San, they live in those areas, whereas others live in modern towns like in Angola and any other areas. So hunting was their basic. Whereas these ones also did some, the Khoisan also did some herding a few animals. They also did fishing, especially in the west of the Orange River. So they also did some fishing. They liked being enclosed, lived in enclosures, and that one was because of security. That was because of what? Security. Their marriage was exogamous. That is for the Khoi. That is for the what? For the Khoi. exogamous outside. Whereas the sun, theirs was endogamous. For them, they didn't want to take it far. This was for the sun. The Khoisan were exogamous, whereas the sun were endogamous within themselves. And of course, this marriage was, of course, polygamous. Polygamous marriages, that's what they preferred. And the marriages were at an early age. They preferred early age what? Marriages. And one wonders, what do you mean by early age? It was even common to find a girl of 8 years, 8 years for a girl, marrying a boy of 14 years. That was how they married. As early as 8, a girl would get married off to a boy of 14 years. One would wonder, would that one make a family? We continue with that. Would those two people make a family? Because at that age, one wonders if really they would make a family. Upon being given a wife, the boy left the girl at the home of the parents. The boy left the girl at the home of the parents. That is to mature more in working experience and so on. And that one would continue up to the girl's time of producing. Upon producing, then they considered you to be ready to live together. And one wonders, now what happened to the boy? Because the girl was at the home of the parents. At the time she delivered and did what? And was ready to go. The boy, this one is very amusing. The boy would hunt for the in-laws, for the parents. This was like to prove his manhood. Are you ready to keep our girl? So after that, they gave the boy the girl, but he had to hunt every day and provide for the parents until the girl was ready to do what? To produce and give away the firstborn. So upon giving birth to the firstborn, then this boy allowed to do what? To go and make a family. Of course, we have seen these other ways of life, like the way they got their livelihood and all that. I talked about the fishing, but the fishing was localized. It was a localized form of fishing along the rivers. We are going to do some scanning of the rivers. They walked naked, and you could see some of them could even have problems along the way. There's a time when they were crossing river, west of River Orange, there was another river. They were attacked by these aquatic animals, the crocodiles. So life was not easy for these people. But they were not bad. That was their way of life. So this is how they were organized, and we're now going to look at another part of this same question. Thank you so much.